we feel much honored to have a chief guest of the day, Srimati Prabha Ravi, a multifaceted personality, multi-talented personality who has deep-rooted passion for arts. She is the founder of Nataraj School of Dance. She is also the director and principal consultant of Pro Consultancy. To tell more about her, she is a recipient of Indian Newsling Business Awards 2022. Her profound contribution to arts, culture, education, and ethnic communities have been duly recognized, including the prestigious Queen's Service Medal in 2017. She is often invited to speak at national and international conferences as guest and panel speaker on topics ranging from ethnic arts to women empowerment. She is also an accomplished actor, earning acclaim for her lead role in the short film Anu, which garnered multiple awards and international recognition at film festivals across Australia, UK, US, Indonesia, and in India. She is visionary behind the Nama Sangeetham group, a community initiative focused on spiritual devotion through bhajan singing. She has also spent nearly a decade teaching Indian classical music. Here is the cinematic highlight of Dashawataram, beautifully performed by students of Nataraj School of Dance on the occasion of celebrating her 25 years of classical journey. That was such a wonderful performance by Nataraj School of Dance and team. Now, let us hear from a guest of the day, Srimati Prabha Ravi.
Namaskaram, Vanakkam, and as per our New Zealand greetings, Kia ora, everyone. First of all, I would like to say a big thank you to Sale Pavitra Kannan, who has been inspiring teacher from what I can see with even her short time as a teacher. And first of all, kudos to her for organizing the Kretha Music Budding Maestro event for her students across the globe, which is fantastic. I think let's all give a big round of applause for this initiative for your teacher who has taken all the trouble and pain to bring you all together and celebrate the Indian classical music, which dates back to several thousand years, which we are all proud and fortunate and privileged to be learning in our different countries, wherever we are, through your teacher for all of you. And I would like to acknowledge my gurus who have taught me and imparted me all this knowledge. Music, dance, all the things that she was talking about doesn't just come from the sky, as you all know. A guru has been imparting all of that knowledge to me as well, consistently and patiently for several years to help me pass on that as well to the next generation and for many more generations to come, as long as I am able. So my acknowledgements to my guru and all my gurus, my spiritual guru, my dance guru, my school gurus, and my music guru as well. So, with that note, I would like to just first start off saying it's a great opportunity to be here to celebrate Kretha Music's Budding Maestro event with all of you. Thanks for inviting me. I feel honored to be part of this beautiful celebration. Just when I asked Saleh about, give me a little bit of a background about you, she gave me she sent me a nice audio um, recording of her background and how she's passionate about music. It's so rare to find people who are holding on to our classical music or dance these days when Bollywood and so many other distractions are happening in our world, and to hold on to it and continue to be passionate and pass it on to other generation is very rare. You don't have too many people doing those kind of things with the real intention to see the music being passed on. So in that space, I would say, Saleh, you're doing a great job, even if it is just 4 short years of your journey. But even that starting to do that with young children, I know all the challenges that you will have when you have to balance so many other things. So a very warm prayers and wishes for you to continue and be an inspiring teacher as long as you can be and as long as you want to be as well.
Thank you
And
so
it looks like from your audio tape, you are so passionate about it. So you will not quit. The passion comes first with everything. Sometimes people ask me about my motivation, and I say my motivation comes from my students. When they are interested and they want to learn, it makes me, I don't know where I get the energy from. I just give myself 300% or 1000% because it is that energy that is being received from my students that I'm able to give most to them as well. So I'm sure all of your students are absolutely gems who are inspiring you to be an inspiring teacher, because it's a mutual connection. I think it is, it's not just, you can keep teaching as much as you want, but if the students are not receiving it, it doesn't help. Similarly, if students want to learn more and you are not passionate enough or can be bothered teaching, it doesn't work. So for the prayer song by your student, is really wonderful. And listening to that, it just shows a sample of the quality and how much you focus on how well it should be done as well. So congratulations on keeping that quality and also that momentum going for all of your students. So apart from that, I would like to then just me talking about myself, or I don't want to do all of those things, but I'm really open to keep it as an interactive session, time permitting, depending on how much time you've got. I'm happy to answer any questions as well, because first thing is congratulations to Saleh Pavitra Kannan for being an inspiring teacher and inspiring learner as well. That was interesting when she said that in her recording, that she's an inspiring learner. That's the key thing for a successful teacher. The teachers don't should never ever think that we have learned everything, we know everything, and we are imparting the knowledge. We are in the journey of learning more and more. Even after teaching 30 years in my life, I feel I know 5% of dance and 5% of music. That is all that I know. I think there is a whole world of things that we are yet to know, and we have not even scratched the surface. There is so much more, and you can keep on learning lifelong. It's, learning is for lifelong. And so as long as we are an inspiring learner, as you said, that will motivate more and keep us grounded as well to the reality of being a good teacher, but also being a good musician. Because the minute we think that, oh, I can sing this, I can sing that, we've lost it, because that's the end of our learning and we don't improve ourselves at all. So I really loved the way you said you are an inspiring learner as well. So awesome, keep that. And be coming from an education family, you're all educationists, so needless to say how much education is priority in all of your lives, and imparting knowledge and giving back to the community It seems like running in your DNA and in your genes. So that's all. I think all of your students are just lucky to have a wonderful teacher like you. And I'm sure
Thank you
you're
so
also
much,
drawing
ma'am.
also you're drawing inspiration from your students. So well done. Congratulations. And I pray and wish that many, many, many more years of learning and teaching continues and Kretha Music grows to a very big organization that is going to be an amazing contributor to the Indian classical music in the world. So best wishes. Radhe Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring words and your great gesture of kindness and love towards us. Would you also like to share about Nataraj School of Music, Nataraj School of Music and Dance for us to collaborate with you? If some of our parents or acquaintance would want to learn from you,
Sure.
so what would be the thing? Can you
Yeah,
please?
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for asking that. But also, I'm happy to answer any other questions that any other students have as well. Let us keep it as an interactive session,
Yes,
depending on how
definitely,
much
ma'am.
time
Yes.
we've
Yeah,
got.
the forum is
So,
open for all the parents and students to ask anything from ma'am. She's a like some of you would have missed the introduction part. She's a great orator, speaker, and she's the right personality for you to get inspired on women empowerment or anything. Be it she's a great personality, multi-talent personality. You can ask about anything, the arts or anything about like how we need to navigate ourselves to our towards our dream or to succeed in our life. Or
sure,
maybe choosing a career, anything.
sure. First of all, before that, can I also acknowledge my very, very beloved students, Amuda and Dia, who without whom I would not have connected with you, Salai Pavitra Kannan.
Yes.
They have been instrumental in connecting us. Dia and Amuda are based in New Zealand, and during COVID, I got a call from Dia's dad, Mr. Satya, who contacted me and said Dia is very interested in dance, so she would like to learn dance. And she was not in the same city that I live in. So we did online classes, both music and dance, for some time. So that's how we connected. And since then, our relationship has continued, and we uh, meet at least once a year. Yeah, Amuda? We have met at least once a year, or if not twice a year, which is, yeah. So they have taken all the trouble to come and visit us in Wellington. From Whangarei to Wellington is not a short distance as well. So I just want to acknowledge that. Thank you for the introduction, Amuda and Dia. You've got two gems, Salai. I can say that. Having taught them for even a short time, I know that they are committed and they'll be an amazing student to you as well.
Rightly
So,
said. Correct. Right.
so
Thank
thank you for that. Thank you for that introduction. And with Nataraj School of Dance, I started Nataraj School of Dance 26 years ago in New Zealand when I migrated with my husband and two children who were 3 and 4 then. Now they are 28 and 29, and I've got two grandchildren as well, Nila and Maya. So I started when I came to New Zealand. Within 3 weeks, I started my school, Nataraj School of Dance, with 15 students. By God's grace, it just happened, and I should share some of those promotional things that I did to Kalanidhi to recruit those students. I used to just walk on the road, and anyone who looked South Asian, I would just go and say, "I teach dance. Would you like to come and join? I'm teaching Bharatanatyam. Would you like to come and join?" தெருவுல போறவங்களெல்லாம் பார்த்து I would say, is there anyone who does not speak Tamil in your group?
Most of us know Tamil, ma'am. We all speak
Okay,
Tamil.
because if I mix a bit of Tamil words, is that okay?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
All right, okay. So wherever in the streets, when I used to go drop my children in kindergarten, if I see anyone looking even close to being a South Asian, I would say, okay, would you like to learn Bharatanatyam? That's how I recruited 15 students. Pack and save, all sorts of supermarkets, kindergarten, roads, anywhere. I used to go and just ask people. I never hesitated to ask people because I thought I didn't feel shy to ask people because I was so confident about the art form, how much it can offer to the community. So for me, it was a sense of pride that this art form can actually change a lot of people in the way they look at art. So that was my motivation. So I recruited about 15. That's how I started Natraj School of Dance. And since then, I've trained over 1,500, more than 1,500 students in New Zealand. And we have performed, we do annual productions every year. And students do, like Dashavatam, what you saw in Dashavatam, we've done many thematic presentations. And all of those have been involving all my students from 5 years to 70. I've had 65-year-old women, men, everyone. And the school is actually open to anyone. There is no, I tell them that I only want passion for music. I don't care what age you are. Of course, 5 is the starting age, but I tell them, I don't care what gender you are, what race you are, what ethnicity. New Zealand is a very multicultural community as well. So my focus was not just on targeting the Indians. I opened it up to all communities. So my dance students, I've got students who are Kiwis, the Pakya, the white people. I've got students, Sri Lankans, I've got Fiji Indians, and of course, all over India, Malayalis and all sorts of, not just Tamils, but Punjabis, Gujaratis, all sorts of Indians. I've got Africans, Germans, Singaporeans, Chinese, Filipino, all sorts of different country students have come and learned this art form, which is fantastic. So, you feel so proud that people want to come and learn this art form. And that's what motivates me to keep going as well, that if they can be interested to learn, I should not even slack for a minute. I should keep giving and keep doing my bit, however tired I might be sometimes. When you're having 2 children, bringing them up, working full time. And in New Zealand, like many other kids of your American kids of your school would realize that, we have to do all the cleaning, we have to do everything here. We don't have home help to say, or cooks or chauffeurs or no one. Uber இருக்கு, அது கூட இப்பதான் வந்தது. Uber also just came to New Zealand few years ago, um, probably about 7, 8 years, 9 years ago. But அதுக்கு முன்னாடி Uber கூட கிடையாது. So you have to drive everywhere, go, come. It's a very challenging sort of balancing act, that you have to always make sure that you're not compromising anything. So that's how I started to keep going with, to answer your next question, to keep going with Bharatanatyam. Here, the biggest challenge that I had in New Zealand compared to any other country in the world, I would say, I'm talking about the English speaking, like USA, UK, Canada, Australia, compared with New Zealand. When I came 26 years ago, Bharatanatyam was hardly known. Indian classical dance was hardly known. Indians avlo kadayadu. Naanga irundapodhu there wasn't many. Ippo 15 years we've had an influx of migrants who have come from India. So a lot more of Indian restaurants, Indian art forms, Indian shows, Indian festivals are being celebrated. But நாங்க வந்த புதுசுல first 15 years was like, ஒரு of course we are an island. எங்கேயோ நாங்க isolated countryல இருந்து அதுல நான் ஒரு பரதநாட்டியம் சொல்லி கொடுக்க நான் ட்ரை பண்ணி அதுல interest gather பண்ணி பண்றது was a bit of a challenge. But the thing that kept motivating me was my daughter. Radhika, எனக்கு ஒரு பொண்ணு இருந்ததுனால I thought, no matter what, யார் வராலோ இல்லையோ, I definitely need to teach my daughter. I want to pass it on to Radhika, dance, music. பையனும் மியூசிக்கும் கத்துனா. So பாட்டு, dance, எனக்கு என்னெல்லாம் my parents gave opportunity to learn, I wanted to pass that on to not only my children, to as many people. So she kept that fire in me going, I would say, to a great extent, because I didn't want to stop, because number stop, we are not role modeling. What is she saying? Well, you have to walk the talk all the time. So amma அப்பப்போ நினைச்சா அம்மா சொல்லி கொடுப்பா, அப்பப்போ நினைச்சா அம்மாக்கு பிரேக் எடுத்துப்பா, முடியலன்னா பிரேக் எடுத்துப்பா, அப்படி இருக்க கூடாது. So she has to say, அம்மா no matter what, Amma was, like she was there for the students. She was always teaching. So the big part for me, a big responsibility for me, inspiration was my daughter and my children, to make sure that I'm a good role model for them, so that I don't give up on what I have ventured. Also, it's a commitment to the community, right? Once you have started teaching and the kids are coming to you, or the students are coming to you, no matter what age they have seen something in you and they are coming to you. So அப்போ நம்ம வந்து ஒரு கமிட்மெண்ட்டா நம்ம செய்யறது வந்து, I took it as a personal responsibility. I didn't want to compromise on that. So that was one of the things that kept me going despite all the challenges of travel and family and full-time job and household chores. And hardly என் குழந்தைகள் என்ன பார்த்ததே கிடையாது. They have not seen me at all. அவங்க வந்து I'll be teaching, ஏதோ ஒன்று டீச் பண்ணிட்டே இருப்பேன், இல்லை வேலைக்கு போவேன், இல்லை they, I mean, at home தான், but we've not really, I've not had opportunity to see them play games. Saturday அன்னைக்கு அவங்க கேம்ஸ்லாம் போனாங்கன்னாக்க, நெட்பாலோ இல்லை கிரிக்கெட்டோ ஏதாவது ஆடினானா, I've never gone and seen any of my kids. அது எனக்கு ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு ரிக்ரெட் in my, I can say, if it's the biggest regretனா குழந்தையில பார்க்க முடியலையேன்னு. பட் என்னது, ஊரார் குழந்தைய ஊட்டி வளர்த்தா தான் குழந்தை தானே வளரும்னு சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, அந்த மாதிரிதான் ராதிகாவும் சந்தரும் வளர்ந்தா. நான் மத்த குழந்தைகள் எல்லாம் பார்த்ததுனால கடவுள் வந்து என் குழந்தையில பார்த்துட்டாங்க. அவங்க நல்லபடியாவும் வளர்ந்தாங்க. By God's grace, they are well settled also. So I'm very, very, very eternally grateful to the Almighty for blessing my children. And they've never complained. Amma, nee irkirde illiye. Amma, you have never been there. You are not doing this. Never they've complained. They saw the commitment, and they both, my husband too. Hardly, never. They have never complained. So, big thank you to my family, husband and 2 children who have sacrificed so much of their mother's time or wife's time to allow me to do what I have done. So, அதுதான் நான் சொல்லுவேன்.
So nice, man. So truly inspiring, and we need to learn. You've showed so much light to us now. Now, from now on, I think many ladies will get inspired from your words, because teaching 1,500 students, அதுவும் நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி பரதநாட்டியம்னா என்னன்னே தெரியாம வேற ஒரு ஐலாண்ட்ல போய் இருந்துட்டு இவ்வளவு தூரம் நீங்க வந்து டிராவல் பண்ணி வந்திருக்கீங்கன்னா, it's just it should be a venture. Definitely, it's not easy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us.
Pleasure.